Hi friends, and welcome back to Rugged Mountain Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and our homestead is up for sale. For those of you who've been with me for a while, you already know this, and I probably seem a bit wired at the moment, and I can't hide it, I'm sorry. But we have a showing here in about 3 hours, a little less than 3 hours. The house is clean. I just have a 15-point checklist that I go down on my phone. Just the things to remind me, the highlights that need to be done. So the house stays, I don't have to do any type of deep cleaning, but it's all those once-overs that when somebody's coming to look in the nooks and crannies that you have to be on top of. So today I'm going to bring you along for that excitement. You can see what really gets me going. And I said that we were going to take this homesteading adventure, journey to sell it together. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and I'm just going to let you in on a little secret because this is what we're doing today. My nerves are really high now because I went outside to feed the dogs and they're not out there. Usually about this time in the morning, they're kind of hanging around. They go off in the morning to go to the bathroom, go on their little venture, and they're back by now for their breakfast. And I can't find them. It makes me nervous because I have to take them with me when I leave here for the house to be shown. I gotta have them here, gotta find them. Thankfully, these guys show back up. Okay, so now I just need to let the camera roll and maybe do a time lapse, but I've got to get this stuff done. So enough talking from me. We will catch back up in just a few minutes. Probably gonna start getting some glare in here, but all the window coverings need to be completely open so it's as bright as possible. And like I said, the house is clean, completely clean. I just have a 15-point tidy up that I do just to make sure everything sparkles before we go. So the next room I'm going to hit is the bathroom and do a quick little freshen up. I just used one of these handy dandy little wand things with a scrubby on the end just to kind of give it a freshen up in the tub. Then I'll do a separate one for the toilet, and then I will use Lysol wipes and rinse out the sink. I did take a shower this morning, so I want to make sure that there was no residue whatsoever. I doubt anybody's going to look at the toilet or use it. You never know, but regardless, I want it to sparkle. Change from out of my pants. Can you tell I'm just a bit nervous? I am really nervous. I get like this. This is only our second showing, but I so bad need this to happen and want it to happen that it just gets me so wound up. So for all my praying friends, please keep us in your prayers that this beautiful homestead will sell quickly, and we can get back to Virginia. Not one single piece of trash is to be in a wastebasket when you're selling your house. Again, guys, sorry about the glares. There's nothing I can do about it today. This part, thank God the ablation worked, because I never would have been able to do this by myself. This part though is one of my least favorite parts, and it's getting all of the dog beds out into the shed. Take this. Even after the ablation, it still doesn't feel good. The beds are heavier than they look. Last one. Trash. Not a piece of trash in any wastebasket. Yes, I know the bag is not quite full, and that is wasteful, but there's something in here that's starting to stink. Do not want that. Okay, I need to take a breather for just a second, because some of you are probably wondering, Dean always helps you with this stuff. And yes, he does. I'm not bragging or just saying it for the camera. Dean is a fantastic husband. We all have our faults and he has his, but he truly is a fantastic husband. And if he were here, he would not be letting me do all this by myself. And he's not at the moment today, but by the time this video publishes, he will be. So I'm not afraid to say that at the moment, because like I said, once this is aired, he will be home. The ablation worked, and I'm thankful it did, but I thought it was going to take like everything away, and it didn't. Little did I know that it wasn't supposed to. It was to take care of the facet joint arthritis, the extreme pain from that. I never would have dreamed that was so painful, but it very much is. So I still have the lumbar, because that's the scoliosis. There's nothing that really can be done about that. So I'm starting to get a little sore. But I'm doing a heck of a lot more than I was, and I'm doing it well, so I'm not complaining. Let's take a breather and see what I have left to do. That is the one good thing about high altitude. You wash dishes, they dry really fast. And you guys may realize from past videos that Dean and I are very private people. You might say that putting your lives on the internet doesn't make you so private, but like, you know, we don't show every aspect of our home. We don't film anybody that we don't ask if they'd mind being on the camera first, things like that. There's aspects, you know, to our private life that we keep private. But when you put your home up for sale, you lose all sense of that privacy. So usually in our videos, we don't film. We've filmed like sitting in a chair in the loft, but we don't actually film too much up there. There's no need to film in the bathroom, and we never have the bedroom door open. So, but today you're going to get to see it all when we run through the checklist. And why is that? What has changed? Nothing's changed about our privacy factors. We're still very private, but like I said, when you put your house up for sale, your property up for sale, there's no privacy. And it looks like an Airbnb, and your home inside and out is online, so anybody can look at it anyway, so why not? So I'm actually proud to show it off. Like I said, this was built, we drove up, it was a big piece of land with the woods on it. Our septic had been done, our road had been done. This was nothing. So let's go ahead and look to see what's left on the checklist, my 15-point checklist, because we gotta be leaving here in, let's say, an hour. Brochures, booklets, and placard are on the table. Our agent made these up so that if somebody wanted to take it with them, it gives all the details of our property, from surveys to the GIS to electric bill. It's just fantastic what she did. So we laid this out here. I laid a few mints just to kind of be nice. All right, so that's done. That's first on the list. Dusting has been done. Dog beds are in the shed. The cat box in the bathroom has been scooped. The cat bowl and tray has been cleaned and is on the shelf. The vacuum, the bedroom. Blue Afghan is on the bed. All window coverings are open. Dish towel sink cleared and dish drain put away. No personal touches. Very few anyway, just what we have left hanging, but nothing really identifying, just to kind of give you an idea of what it could look like. All right, so I need to put the dog bowls and food in the shed, Swiffer downstairs because I mopped last night, and unlock the shop and the shed. All right, almost there. Dog bowls will be the last thing I do. So let's get on the Swiffer. You might ask, why are you Swiffering when you just mopped the floors last night? Well, the dogs sleep indoors. And normally this would be done at the end of the day. Because while the house is up for sale, the dogs aren't coming in except at night. And I just don't want there to be a single hair or anything. And so I will mop the night before, and then I will Swiffer the day of. It's a great property anyway. It really is. But I just want it to be as inviting as possible. I said this before, but Dean and I need and want to get back to Virginia. And it's really hard trying to do everything in two places when they're not even nearby. Okay. And like I said, I mopped here last night. I mopped the whole house yesterday. So I'm not real concerned with getting in every single little nook and cranny. I basically want to go over high traffic areas, place where I was walking with my shoes, and where the dog beds lay. I'm wondering why I'm using so many Swiffer wipes, because I know this sounds crazy, and if you're not used to it, you may not believe me, but the high altitude, whew, everything dries quicker. And so it's just like, it just sucks the dampness right out of it. So I'd rather go through some Swiffer wipes than not to have it done. I think that'll do it. And I finished off this box. Oh, jeez. Yeah, usually you have some water in the bottom of these boxes. Nope. Or cleaning fluid or whatever it is. All right, time to look through the house. I'm just going to go over the list in order, and so it might be a little scattered in different rooms, but it's just easier for me right now to go through the list. I'm kind of frantic right now. I don't know why, but I get like this every time. I have an hour before I need to leave, and I'm just about done. Okay, so again, brochures, booklet, and placard are on the table. Check. The dusting was done last night, so check. Dog beds in shed, check. Dog bowls in shed. We'll do that when we leave. Cat box scooped in bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom. But yes, that is done. Bathroom. Well, you can't see it, but that's kind of like a stained glass. It has a floral theme. I love it. So I keep the curtain open to kind of show it off when the light comes through. All right, so the cat box is done. The bathroom has been freshened up completely. All right, cat bowl and tray cleaned in on the bottom shelf here. And there it is. I like to keep it out of the way. She knows where it is and can get to it pretty easily. This is actually our bedroom. It's a pretty big size bedroom. It runs the whole width of the house. But let's see, so I got this comforter, quilt, whatever, to match the curtains that didn't match before. And then I placed this blue Afghan down here because I've made a lot of Afghans and I didn't want them just laying every which way all over the house looking cluttered. So I did that one there. Let's see. As you can see, all the window coverings are open. Blinds included. All right, let's just make sure the rest of the house has all the blinds open. We've already checked the bathroom. That stays open because it's kind of like a stained glass. The kitchen, blind open, blind and curtain. That's also kind of a stained glass on the door. It's kind of like a diamond shaped. And then this one, this other kitchen window is open, as is this one. Might want to open this a little bit more. This is the window that was partially blocked by the hutch because the pantry cupboard was down in that corner. So it was the pantry cupboard, it took up about to here, and then the hutch, and it took up about to there. So it really looks different. All right, let's go up to the loft. Let's see this. We Swiffered downstairs. Blue Afghan bed. All undercovers open. Make sure all the. Okay. All right, that is open. And this is the loft. Now this is actually a second bedroom loft. And Dean built these barn door to, this is all storage space, because this is the eaves of the cabin, and it runs on both sides, behind the couch, all the way behind the both sides. I inherited my grandmother's furniture, dining room furniture, and bedroom furniture before we moved. There was no way I was giving that up. So we had to make some concessions, and that was one of them. I told Dean I wanted to keep her dining room furniture, so it's down normally where your living room would be, and the corner over here, I extended the island, and because he built that, he built all the cabinets and everything, you guys know that, and then just made this loft our den. But you also, getting off that, have to leave all the lights on. Even though all your window coverings are open, all your lights are on too. So let's go back downstairs. This is only the second time we've shown the house. Of course, the house hasn't even been up for sale for a week yet. We have another showing tomorrow. So hopefully a lot of this will carry over, but knowing me, I'll go through it again. All right, so let's do the outside stuff. We put the dog bowls each into a dish pan because they're a little messy. So I'll take the dog bowls up first and then the dish pans. There's a dove nearby. When I brought the dog beds out, I had also opened up the chicken coop windows. So that's done. That's another thing on the list. But this truly is what it's like. And, you know, there's going to be so much that happens with moving from Colorado to Virginia. So I wanted to share that with you guys and take you along for another one of our greatest adventures. Now, life with Dean is an adventure. Always has been, always will be. But we wouldn't have it any other way. All right. Time to open the shop. You guys stay close, okay? You guys stay close because we're gonna go bye-bye. Okay, it's time. There was no way I could have filmed getting them corralled in here, but they've been very good. So, Miss Josie, Annie, and let's see, and Wyatt. Okay, we're going bye-bye. We're gonna go in and pick up some chicken nuggets. Okay, so we are sitting in the parking lot of a fast food place called Freddy's. So each of the guys, girls, got chicken tenders. They only have the strips. So we got 3, so they each got a big strip. And then they have pup cups here. And if you're not familiar with a pup cup, these are pretty nice here. They come in like a dish a cup for like 1 scoop of ice cream, and then they put some soft serve in it, and I think it's a little bit of caramel sauce and a milk bone on top. So they've had that. So they've been really good, and we had to stop and get gas. That was a little interesting, but they were very good throughout that. And so the showing is still going on. So that's what we're doing. We're just kind of chilling, hanging out. I don't know if you can see Wyatt, if he's over my shoulder or not. Let me see. There he is. There he is. They're so good. They're so good. Okay. It's really amazing how the place that you once felt like your heart was at home, that now as I drive through here, as I was getting the house ready and just going into town with the sweet babies, I feel more like a visitor. And I guess that's also confirmation that we need to be heading in a different direction. So praying, as I do on every single showing. Let's see what turns up. Okay guys, we're back. We're gonna be good, okay? We're gonna be good.